mean, I guess DIY shows pretty much implies that. It's like you kind of just make yourself a part of that scene by being at shows, meeting people, other bands that are playing. And, you know, it's not really like a booking agent, manager, label kind of environment. You just start asking people for shows. Or seeing if you can jump on bills. And that's what we did. I mean, we would play anything. So after we played a couple, like, you know, you play something, some warehouse party or like a house party to nobody, but if you have a good show, a couple other people see you and it gives you a little bit of credibility so that the next time you can ask to jump on another show, and it just kind of snowballed from that. But we sort of jumped in.
Well, we broke it kind of cold, but Il Corral was this venue, the Naughty Oddies, that gave us our start, and it was really wild. It's about the size of this, and they had a rope swing in the center of the room. And so when bands would play, dudes would just get on the rope swing, and he'd get on the windowsill and just go and fucking kick your ass. Like from the ropes. It was so wild. It's actually pretty sweet. Because the smell, it was a pretty insular scene, and we were, everyone acted, at the time, we thought everyone was an asshole, but I think they were acting a little cool. Actually, once you get to know it, everyone's actually just really fucking awkward. But like, we had to like get vouched for. So we made a name for ourselves, El Corral, and from them we were able to do the smell, and then by that point we were scene stars.
I don't know about that, but.
No, we were cool. It's a very weird scene. Yeah. Really weird scene. LA noise scene, Naughty Oddies, just bizarre. Yeah. Weird people. Our first record, our band, everything was like, made it, everything was tailored to make it in the scene.
Well, so we were playing, we recorded our first record in the smell, like ourselves, because it was free. The guy who ran it still runs it to this day. Jim Smith's like this patron saint of the underground scene in LA. And he just let us use it. We would record in there during the day while they didn't have shows. And it made total sense to do it because the way we had written a lot of the music was to be performed in a space like that, like a loud, I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's like a long, tall, brick-walled room. So it's like nobody's like micing up the drum kit. You play on the floor and it's just fucking loud. So we kind of wrote our first record, to be effective in that space. So it just kind of made sense that we record it there. The noise scene that we came out of didn't have any of the connections to like art school or anything intellectual. It was more like a punk scene. It was just really fun. And so that was kind of what we came out of. And it was all about just like playing too many fucking shows, playing shows like every week, which is like, you know, if you have a booking agent and a manager and like a label, they were like, you can't play a show every week. What are you doing? You're gonna like exhaust, like we're not gonna be able to get you any money. It's like we weren't making any money anyway. South Carolina, that house we played with when we slept in there and the roaches were crawling all over us.
Oh.
I slept in the van.
Yeah, that was gross.
And there was it was a house show, and it was like gummo, basically. It was like, there was one bathroom, and there was all these kids. I mean, it was a fun show, and the shitter was clogged, so they had taken a coffee filter and just like scrawled on it, said like, no poopy, just pee-pee, and then like tacked it to the door. And so, you know, everybody's like raging in there, and they were basically peeing all night. So by the time the show was over, like the toilet was overflowing with piss. And then there was just like, so there's piss all over the floor, and then we had nowhere else to stay. And these dudes were like, they were eating like pork rinds out of that big, huge thing. And there was these Krispy Kreme donuts. There's like roaches all over it. And it was really fucking hot.
It was Halloween too. Dude was in a Wolverine costume.
That was probably the grossest show we ever played. That was like the grossest place I've ever been.
Yeah. I think I was like, you don't want to sleep with the roaches. Don't sleep with the roaches.
Yeah, and then this one guy was really offended that we didn't want to sleep in their house. And I was just like...
I slept in the house.
I was like, dude, it's disgusting in here. Like, you can't be like... What did he say? He's like, you don't want to sleep with the roaches, just say it. I was like, I don't want to sleep with the roaches. I've said it.
But he slept in the van.
Yeah, and I slept in the van.
I slept with the roaches.
And then our drummer...
across my face.
I slept...
He's lost his contact lens in the shitty...
Yeah, in the bathroom. He dropped his contact. I don't know why he was even in there. And I was sleeping in between the front and back captain's chairs in our like dog shit 1978 like primer gray Chevy van. And our drummer sat in the passenger seat, and so my head was like underneath him, and he was ripping these farts all night, and they were just going like right through the upholstery of the seat, like into my face, and I couldn't get out of there. That was a low.
Am I mixing up memories? Was it like the metal band where the guy, he whipped his hair and his hair, like, it was like a direct hit. It went into his throat and like hit the fucking whatever, the epiglottis or whatever, and he just puked.
That was a different show.
That was your show?
We did a lot of DIY touring.